Good morning. We're in Milo. So, I'm not going to lie to you. Since the last episode, we've been here for about 6 weeks. I just needed a rest, really. And I think 6 weeks is enough. And I've chosen today because it's just a really lovely day to show you a little bit. And there it is. This is Homeport. It's a beautiful place. There's some lovely people here too. Plenty of sailing locally, and some lovely fluffy dogs as well. Look at that. There's a lovely fluffy dog coming towards me. This is Bosun. Hello, boy. Hello. Hello. And he belongs, well, actually, the owner belongs to him, I think. And what a lovely dog. Completely bonkers. But aren't we all? Good morning. Well, good morning. It's the day after the day with the fluffy dog. I completely failed to do anything, which is great. So met a guy in Oban when we were out sailing up in Scotland. Had pretty much the same boat as us. So he's come down. He was going to go into Falmouth, but Falmouth's all jammed up with people. So he's going to come over to Mylor, which is nice. Which means we'll be talking rubbish until the early hours of the morning, I should think, once he's caught up with his sleep. He's just come over from Wales, I think, Holyhead, where he had some interesting weather. So he's coming over here, so I'm just checking out the pontoons to see where we can get him in. Don't really want him on the outside if we can help it. It's not the best place. On an easterly, it blows across from over there. And well, let's say the seagulls don't sit on here when it's on an easterly. So that's the dinghy berth along the side here, up to 4 meters. And I was thinking the other day, well, this is kind of where I live. You know, this is where I live. You know, where we stop when we're not actually doing stuff. And hopefully I'll be able to introduce you to some of the people that work here and work out of here. Distance. I think that's Ian coming in. So hopefully he's put his fenders on the port side, and then we'll be going back up past the fuel berth here. So that'll be good. And we'll get a little bit of footage for him as he comes in. Really nice chap. I haven't seen him since Oban. We've been back quite a while now, so we're about, I don't know, 6 weeks in front of him, something like that. And he's been doing pretty much the same sort of thing. I'm quite jealous because he's seen puffins, like millions of them. I haven't seen one, and it's been the one thing I wanted to see on the way around was puffins. And I've been up twice now. I missed it both times. Sorry, I got that around the wrong way, haven't I? Yeah, I've been up twice now. I missed it. I think Ellen managed to see one at some point, but yeah, completely failed. Complete fail. Right, so I'll turn this off for a minute, and then I'll turn it on when he's getting near. So these guys over here are servicing all the moorings. That's Mylor Mooring Services, and they're a great bunch of guys. Even if you're on your boat, they can just crack on and do it, sort it all out. So if you're local to Mylor, Falmouth or whatever, you can give them a shout and they'll do you a good price on sorting your chain, your block and stuff out. They've got diver to have a look and inspect stuff as well. So even if you're only just in doubt about how good your stuff is, they can send somebody down and have a quick look and make sure everything's as it should be. And I'm going to just stick this down here and try and capture whatever I can capture. Hope for the best. Should be right. There you go. Mid-tips first. That's good to see you, man. Great stuff. Great. 6 foot. 5, 4. Nice driving, sir. Sailing.
5 PM. Don't till yesterday.
Have you had enough now? So it's about 2.5 months since we arrived back from our trip around the UK, and since then things haven't gone all that well, if I'm honest, and Ellen's decided that we should split up, and she's gone her own way. So and I respect that. I'm not the easiest person to get on with, I think, probably at the best of times, and so she's not here anymore. And the other side of that, as far as you guys watching this, is that obviously Moondance is her boat. So I'm not sure what that means in the future for this channel. Sorry, it's taken me a little while to do this. So Christmas has come and gone. It's the new year now, and I've had a little while to think about stuff. And excuse me squinting, it's really bright today. It's been the first day of sunshine since everything went south, so it's been an incredibly hard time, and I don't like Christmas much anyway, at the best of times. It's not my thing, and it has been really very, very difficult. So because we went off sailing, then that meant that I wasn't earning any money. So my funds are pretty much depleted at the moment. And what that means for the cruising lifestyle is there's a massive cash deficit for being able to either buy a new boat or fix up my old one. So I've spent quite a bit of time thinking about it, and I'm just walking up the valley now where the boat is in Mylor, and I'm going to go and have a look. I'm just going to show you what my boat looks like at the moment. So anyway, this is Mylor. This is Mylor, I suppose boatyard is the part up here. Mylor do repair work, diagnostics. They can service your engines and pretty much They've got guys for every occasion, so if you need a bit of gel coat fixing or anything made really, they can do it. And the boatyard is, well, this bit where I'm walking up now is called the Valley, which is where they keep all the boats in the winter, and then it's the car park in the summer. Well, that's the idea. Well, the car park dwindles down to next to nothing in the winter. It's really hard to find somewhere to put your car, and it's, like I said, it's the first sunny day since well, before Christmas, and it's really nice to see a bit of sunlight. I'm expecting I'm quite white compared with the last video that you saw, although I never get all that white. Walking up the valley to my boat, and I'm still in two minds whether I should just walk away from this or not. But what I did do was I made a little wager with myself after Christmas, and trying to be positive and move things along, was that if I got 300 subscribers by the 31st, that I would carry on the channel, and I'd try and get another boat and sort it all out, and that, because obviously, as I said, Moondance isn't mine, which is a bit emotional really. Sorry. So sorry about that, I had a bit of a moment then. So I have a smaller boat, which I've sailed quite a long way actually. I've done quite a lot of sailing, coastal sailing around the UK, and done holidays and sailed Hobie Cats and stuff like that, but it's not the same. There's an argument actually for dinghy sailing being the best way to learn how to sail a big boat, because everything happens more slowly on a big yacht than it does in a little thing like that, which turns on a sixpence. So it's all a bit rambly today. So I'm just wandering up just to show you the boat and try and make it clear in my mind what I'm going to do. Like I said, it's all a bit sad and it's very raw at the moment, but Moondance was my home, and my boat became the shed basically. Everything was shoved into it, all their stuff, my stuff, anything that we didn't want that I couldn't fit into my unit that I rent for the year, which I've also got to pay for, has gone in there. Meanwhile, the yard boys have moved the boat, and the cover on top has shifted, and it's filled up one of the lockers with water, which has got loads of my tools and stuff, and it's all looking really sad inside. So I'm not going to show you that today. I just don't want your pity. I think it's going to take me 3 months to sort it out and actually make it work properly again. It's a great sailing boat. I mean, I know there'll be the purists amongst you will say, well, it's not going to go as well as your big boat. Well, probably not. But it's what I've got, so all I've got to work with is this boat. So it's either that, or I just give up and go and die in a corner somewhere, and that's not really me. So nearly there now. It's up here somewhere, can't remember where it is now. Nope. They keep putting boats in front of my boat, so it's hidden well in behind, so we're here. So she's looking a bit of a state, and that is my boat, all covered in green and muck. So what she needs Actually, to go back to the beginning, all of this, hang on, all this I stripped off. So you had a bit of osmosis, and in a wild moment of stupidity, I stripped it all off. So it needs a bit more of a rub down, and then I'm going to copper coat it. All this came off, literally the whole lot. There was a bit of an accident in the harbour when she was all together, and she took rather a beating, which split all the gel coat on both sides. So outboard's a bit knackered. I took the diesel engines out, which is a real shame because it's a better boat with them, but she's a lot lighter, and I know she'll go along at 10 knots in a blow. So first things first is clean her right down, jet wash, empty all the rubbish out of her, try and find some money to do her and get her cleaned up, new rigging and sails as well. She needs 2 new sails, so if there's anybody out there that's giving away a couple of sails that can be cut down to fit a smallish cat, she's 28 foot, so I need a main and a Genoa, preferably sort of 130% Genoa. So that's the big sail at the front for those that you don't know, and then we're going to just get her back in the water really, and then hopefully carry on doing the stuff that I was doing, but in more depth, literally in more depth, because there'll be underwater shots and all that kind of thing as well. And so it's a bit of a mission really. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I think it's going to take me about 3 months to do the work, and I don't know how long to actually raise the money to do it. But like I said, it's all a bit of a mess at the moment. I mean, normally this time of year I would have been working since October, beginning of October, and I've kind of missed the season for doing boat work for the places that I would work normally. So yeah, so it's an interesting time at the moment. Sorry, I think the light's all in the wrong place now because I'm going back down the hill. So let me know what you think in the comments, and all I can say is that I'm fully intending it to carry on. So walking back down the harbour with the light on the wrong side of me as normal. There's a marine team there where they can do, well, it says engineering and electrical, so it's fairly self-explanatory. SeaWorld Fabrications, so they pretty much make anything out of stainless steel or whatever, but they do a lot of bits like on the front of that boat there, you know, they can make stuff like that, and anything else really. They're really good, and a nice bunch of guys as well. So if you're down this way, they're the people to speak to. And then down here are on the left hand side is the yacht club, which I'll show you again in a second, and the offices are on the right hand side, and workshops. There it is. I think it was like £1 million to build that, I'm not sure, somebody will put me right, I'm sure. So that's the Milo Yacht Club, if that's your thing. And then all the showers and loos and stuff are over there. And if you want to buy a boat, there's Ancaster right there. So they do yacht sales from a few £1,000 to £1 bazillion, and that's look out over the harbour. And fishing boats on the end there, and the cafes over here, and a little surf shop as well. Big Blue Water Sports. So if you're short of a wetsuit or anything, you can get that when you get here. So, what am I going to do? Don't know really. Really don't know. Like I said, it's all very upsetting and still really quite raw. And I have nothing but the greatest of respect for Ellen, but I feel pretty empty and lost. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now. I thought I had a bit of a plan, and suddenly now I haven't. So I have to make a new plan. And the only new plan I've got really is to carry on, if I can do it, with the YouTube. So any support you can offer will be greatly received, because it's going to be really hard. I've got no electronics for the boat. The engine doesn't work. Both the sails are shot, really. They're absolutely shot. The good thing that I can say at the moment is that I can stay on here for a little bit longer, but I think that's not going to be for very long, and I need to spend some time cleaning this up as well, because it's starting to get really green now. Sails are getting green, and there's some bits that need fixing on it as well. So there it is. That's where I'm at the moment. So I'm sorry, this isn't a very uplifting episode, but in the next one I'm going to do all the history of here. There's, you know, shipwrecks, and this was an old naval place, I think in the 19th century, I think it was, and it's changed massively in that time. Obviously the pontoons weren't here all that long ago, and now it's become a thriving business, which is sort of great, and it's also kind of a bit because it's got popular. You can't get a place here, not generally speaking. So if I go from here, I'm not getting back in, and I'm struggling to find the cash for that. It's over a couple of grand to keep my boat here, not on the pontoons either. That's just on a swing mooring or on the hard up the valley. So any words of wisdom would be helpful, but if you feel like you want to chip in any way, and I hate to do it and I hate to ask, but you can do it there, or possibly somewhere else, depending on where I put it when I sit down with the editing, and that would help me massively. I'm not trying to avoid getting work, but I can't do this and work solidly and get enough money to do the boat. So it's either I stop doing the YouTube channel and I just give up and just go and get a job, which will make me really sad, because I enjoy doing this, and I think there are lots of things that I would really like to show you. Under the sea here it's just unbelievable. You can find lobsters and plenty of fish, bass and pollock and what have you. So there's all that, and there's a history here, and there's a history in Falmouth, and further down, all the way down through to the bottom of Cornwall and Land's End. It's stunning. So I'd like to do that. I'd like to, maybe some of that I do with the motorbike. I've got the GS 1200 BMW for the short term, and I think I'm going to have to sell that to finance this, because I believe in this. I believe in doing this, because people have been very kind and watched a lot of what I've done, and I could go on about it, but you can go back through the back catalogue and have a look. It's probably a lot more exciting than this, to be fair. And we've done some stuff. We did some stuff, and it was great, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to sail a boat right around the UK and get back here, and the adventure in that I can thoroughly recommend to anybody. Just go, and if you can afford a boat, or even if you can't afford a boat, buy something that needs a bit of fixing up. Not a death trap maybe, but you know, if it needs a bit of a paint and what have you, then that's a good place to start. And just do some local sailing where you feel safe, because it grows on you. And you think, I never thought that I would want a yacht or want to sail around the UK or even anywhere, not even around here. I never thought that was going to be my thing. I was a windsurfer, and I always was a windsurfer, and that's what I loved, because it went fast. And then I got hooked on this. So this is where I'm at today. If you can help, then please do, and I would be eternally grateful, because right now, even if it's something like giving me a hand to do some work on it, that would be just amazing. I'd love to be surrounded by some nice people, because my boat's all I've got. There's nothing else. I don't have pots of money. I'm not a rich yachty. I don't have £100,000 to go out and buy a boat like this one, and that's my own fault. I'm not saying that I'm jealous of anybody else for having what they've worked hard for it and they've got their own stuff, but I can't do it at this point in my life. One day, yeah, maybe, but not right now. So what I have got is a boat I bought many years ago, and it just wore into the ground really over the years, and it was more of a floating caravan than a sailing boat. But having done what I've done in the last few months has made me realise that what I want to do is what I've just done, and if I can find a way of doing that and sharing it with you, then that's what I want to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week, and we'll be a little bit more cheery. Ta-ra for now.